Hey Python beginners, today we are going to do a basic project for Python beginners called Palindrome Checker. And as you know, a palindrome is a word or a phrase that can be read backward and forward and backward. And this checker, palindrome checker, is that you're going to build will actually take a user's input, word or phrase, and then give you the feedback after checking whether it's a palindrome or not. So first, for this we create a function and we define a function and we call it palindrome checker. You can call it anything, and the parameter is going to be obviously text, because we are going to check whether it's a palindrome or not based on the text this time. The user is going to pass on a text, and then the feedback will be provided by the app. So define palindrome checker text, and then what else? Okay, now this is going to, we are going to remember, like for example, we've done the dot lower method. So dot lower method, what it does is whatever text, let's say the user will give you in caps, full caps or half caps, this dot lower will convert all of the text based on whatever, whether it's caps or no caps. It will convert all of it to the lower case, so that lowercase, uppercase, everything is ignored. Answer will be treated as a lowercase. So that's why we write text equals text dot lower, so that you don't have any problem whatever case the user will input the value of the text. And then we create another variable called filter text. Now, why do you create this filter text? In order to remove all the non-alphanumeric characters from the text. Like for example, you want to remove the space, any punctuation, whatever, that is not required. That's why we call it non-alphanumeric. Alphanumeric is obviously, A to Z and then all the numbers. So other than that, any punctuation or spaces you want to remove, right? Doesn't make sense. So in order to remove that, we create this variable called filter text. And what method do we use? We use the join method to do this. So use a join method. The empty string that is shown here in the beginning of join, that represents an empty string. So dot join character. So this is for removing all the unnecessary characters. So for character in the text, if character dot is all num. Now is all num is a built-in string method to check if all the characters in a string are alphanumeric or not. So that is used for checking that. And then after that, what it will do, the function will return you the filtered text that is required. So return the filtered text. What type of filtered text you want the function to return? Again, now you have to see this carefully. After slicing, equal to the filtered text after, this is a slicing that we have done earlier, if you remember. Okay, now the colons are there, the two colons. Now you remember the syntax for slicing is start, stop and step. So the start is empty, that means slicing begins from the first element. Stop is empty, slice extends to the last element of the string. Step -1 means the sequence should be reversed in the reverse order. That means moving from the end to the beginning. So it does not modify the original sequence, but it is just returning you a new reversed copy. So that's what you want, right? In palindrome, it's always returning you the reversed copy, which you can read backward to the frontward. From backward to front, sorry. So this process is being done this way. And then you define the main function. Obviously, all the main function is used to interact with the user. And inside the main function, you are going to interact with the user to get the specified word or the phrase from the user by prompting enter a word or phrase to check inside your input method. So the input method is going to ask you, the user, enter a word or phrase to check if it's a palindrome or not. And then, so by using this, it will check. Now you use another if condition here. This is used in one line. So if the palindrome checker, and the argument inside is your input. You can say user input, your input, my input, that's up to you. Basically it's an input. So the condition is if the palindrome checker with the argument user input or your input or my input, that means if the input is received here, then in that case print using the F string in this case. You can also use a normal print, but I've used the F string format which I've taught you earlier. So print the F string format. Now here you see the curly braces. Print, the print method, you know that already. The F string format. Yeah, and then we using the curly braces we write your input. Now what happens when you write the curly braces and then write the input there? So this is like string formatting using F strings. The curly braces will act as, I told you earlier, placeholders within the strings. Yeah. When you're using the formatted string literals, this is what it's called, and the values, actual values, are then inserted into these placeholders. So that's why we are using the curly braces here. So that's been already explained in my previous tutorial of print functions. Okay, so here as mentioned just now, I write your input variable here inside the curly braces so that it will act as a placeholder for writing the actual value of that input that is received. And then we say its statement, it's a syndrome. It's a palindrome. That means if that input after checking is true, then it will return the positive statements. After checking, if it doesn't have a palindrome, then that means if it doesn't fall into a palindrome, then it will return the print statement that your input is not a palindrome. So we use the palindrome checker method and we use the if condition to decide what the program or what the function will print out the feedback based on whether after checking it's a palindrome or not. So now until here it's quite clear and very basic. It's like really very simple from all the earlier projects that we have done. That's all. Then after that just run the main function. So we run the whole program, that is the palindrome checker program, by running the main function. And the last, there you go, the main function. You're running it, rather calling the function, main function. See, you get the prompt, enter a word or phrase to check if it's a palindrome. So let me try out. So I'm going to try with wrong words and right words. I know what's a palindrome. If you don't know what's a palindrome, I want you to go and Google for it. Amazing. No, it's not a palindrome. I know that. I'm just having fun. Haha, it's not a palindrome. You cannot read in the reverse order the same word, right? It becomes something else. Okay. Another word, this is a language, Malayalam. That one you can read both ways, front and backward. Left to right, right to left. Let me go to the main.py again. Preview. Okay, do it. Enter the second prompt. Enter the second word. There you go, Malayalam. There. This one is a palindrome. Yes, it's a palindrome. You can read it from both ends, front to back, back to front, in the reverse order also. try out more words and phrases. See, every time when it's giving you the feedback, it is repeating the word that you input. That's why we use the curly braces as a placeholder. See, for example, I'm writing here. Let's see what word I'm typing here. Enter a word or phrase to check if it's a palindrome. Dad. So reply, Dad is a palindrome. So it's repeating what I did as my input. So that's why we use those curly braces to get to use it as a placeholder so that the value of whatever I input is used over there. I hope you get it. I'm not just saying it is a palindrome. I'm saying whatever you felt like Dad is a palindrome. Mom is a palindrome. So and so is not a palindrome. So it will repeat the value of what you entered. So that's why we use those curly braces as placeholders for that variable input. Borrow. You must have heard this famous line, borrow or rob. Ha ha. It's a palindrome. Try reading it backward. It will give you the same thing. Borrow or rob. So that's the fun of it. Very interesting game, the palindrome game. Must try playing with friends and family. It's good fun. Let's try some more words and phrases. You can try out your own words. Level. Definitely you can read it from front to back, back to front. Like thousands of palindromes are there. You must check it out in Google. It's very interesting. You can play it like a game, as I mentioned. Let's try some more. Taco cat. Taco car. That's not a palindrome, obviously. It's coming something else when you read from behind in the reverse order. From first character to last, and then from left to right, right to left should be the same word. There should not be a difference in the word or the phrase for that matter. Some more. So you want more projects like this? Remember to smash that subscribe button and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below or any suggestions for more projects that you want me to do for you in the tutorial. Now this is different. Taco cat. Now this one you can say same thing. Taco cat, the same way from end to the beginning.